Okay, we are live. It's just me, as always, at the beginning. I'm hopeful people join, but let's see how this goes. I'm not sure why it's saying something went wrong in the right hand side of my screen, but let's see. It looks like I'm not alone. Who's here? Please say hello in the chat if that's possible. For some reason, the chat's not showing up. That is very strange. Let me have a look. What's going on here? I'm not sure what's happening. Let me have a look. If you are here, and how can you tell me? If you know me and you are here, which most of you do, drop me a WhatsApp. Let me know if you can chat. Can you add comments? Can you chat? Let me see. I'm just going to check my WhatsApp. Let me have a look. Double C Club this time. Right, I'm just putting some messages. I don't know if anyone's here even, but I'm just going to put some messages into my WhatsApp to see if there's any technical issues with joining the chat. Because otherwise, it's just going to be me talking to myself for the next 45 minutes, and no one wants that. Let me have a look. I'm watching, and I've put messages. Oh, thank you, whoever. I've just seen the WhatsApp. Morning, Trish. You put messages on the YouTube chat. It's not showing up for some reason on my side. That is very strange. All right, I'm going to try and refresh this thing. Hopefully that works. All right, I'm not sure what happened there. I'm live. I'm back. But I don't know why the chat's not showing up. Oh man, technical issues. Okay, I'm going to go back to the WhatsApp because everyone knows me who's joining. 1 second. So I can't see your chat right now. I can't see the chat. Okay, bear with me. I'm going to try and figure this thing out. I don't know what's happening. Pop out the dashboard. Yes. Let me try that. I've got chat happening, but I can't see the chat. Man, this is frustrating. All right, lesson for next time. Figure this stuff out before you go live. All right, whilst I'm here, don't worry, now is the time to figure it all out. Yeah, you're right, Trish. Appreciate you keeping me company and chatting to me on WhatsApp, by the way. So look, I'm going to ask you to help me. Whoever's joining, I can't see the chat in the on YouTube right now. So let's have a look. I'm going to go online. I'm going to go on to Google to try and figure this out whilst I'm live with you guys. If you know what to do, just WhatsApp me and then I'll try and fix it. Can't see the chat during my YouTube live. Let me have a look. YouTube chat replay. Oh God, hang on. Maybe I'll ask Gemini. Google owns YouTube, don't they? Hopefully they can figure it out. Let's see. All right, I'm using AI to help. How can I fix the chat in my YouTube live? All right, let's figure this stuff out. Together, we can do anything. Appreciate everyone messaging me as well, by the way, in on WhatsApp, trying to help out. So if you've just joined, I can't see the chat and I can't see any of the messages that are coming through. So I've asked everyone to help me figure this out. Drop me a WhatsApp. Let me know how I can fix this thing. We're going to live fix this problem together. Hang on, AI's come back with something. While the image shows a YouTube error on the sidebar, if you're specifically having trouble with the live chat in YouTube live stream, here are the most common ways to fix it. Basic checks, internet and reload. Check your internet is connected. Yes, internet is connected. All good. Browser and extension files. Browser cache, account and system check. Log out and log back in. Oh my god. Let me have a look. If you're a streamer, go to your YouTube live control, check the stream customization. Right, let me check stream customization. How do I do this? Right, let's figure this out. All right, bear with me, everyone. Yeah, again, if you can help me research this, that'd be good, because I'm trying to do this live, which is not a good look. Channel level settings, here we go. Oh god, just overlays, nothing in here. All right, I know what I'll do. I will open another YouTube page and we're going to figure this thing out together. YouTube Studio. Right, if you've just joined, I cannot see the chat in the live. I've never done this before. Well, I've never experienced this problem before because it's only my second live show. So some things to learn for next time. We had a good time last week. We actually managed to create some business connections, talk about some really cool business stuff and other like live stuff as well. So I am keen to make sure that I fix this so that we can pick up on what we did last week or continue with what we did last week. Hang on. Go to use, check the stream customization. Oh god, okay. Stream customization. Let me go back to that. Live stream content. Edit and description. Ooh, what are we doing here? Analytics. Edit. Can I edit this? Show more. Chapters. Concepts. Any YouTube experts in the house, by the way? If there are, let me know. Comments on people and blogs. Moderation is basic. Allow embedding. By the way, I suspect most of you joining know me already. So if you know what to do, drop me a WhatsApp. I am checking my phone to try and figure this out. Oh, hang on. That's missing. Let's see if that works. The language. Do you think that would do anything to fix it? I'm not entirely sure, but let's see. Man, that's frustrating. All right. Appreciate you guys hanging on. And I know someone new has just subscribed because I've just got a notification on that. So I appreciate you joining. It's not working out just yet. Technical problems. However, look, that's the purpose of doing this, right? I always like when I'm working with other people, when I'm learning as well, they always say mistakes are important because you learn from them. The most important thing is to turn up every single day, every single week, and do the thing that you said you were going to do, and just ride it and try and be 1% better. I seem to be 1% worse than I was last week, purely because this is not working right now. So let's see if we can live solve this problem. Stream location, London. Right, I'm gonna see if that makes any difference to the live stream. No. All right, everyone, bear with me. I'm going to try and reset this thing and come back into it. So bear with me. fingers and toes crossed this works. Let's see how it goes. All right, bear with me, bear with me. Reset coming. Give me a couple of minutes. Let's figure this one out. It's back. Fixed it. All right, I don't know who's still here. No one's still here. Oh God, everyone left. Fair enough. Everyone left. I had to start again, and all right, I'm going to put it back in the chat. All right, let's see. Let's see. Fixed it. Fixed it. Goodies. Goodies, how's it going? All right, so everyone, in the chat is my friend Gullies. She is embarking on a very exciting journey and opening her first business, a very high end and spectacular. What is it called? Nursery. My mind just went blank. She's opening a new nursery very soon. Work in progress. So in the chat, please give her a round of applause, everyone. My friend Gullies doing something fantastic. John, thank you for joining, mate. I know we've got some time lined up later on. Hey, Trish, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining me and persevering with me. John, yeah, we were up to 7. We were up to 7, and then I had the technical issue. So, Entrepreneurs Coffee Club. Last week, it was my first time doing this, and it was really good fun. We actually managed to make some connections in the chat. Everyone was telling me about their businesses, and Rob was there. John, you know Rob. Rob was there, and who else got connected? Chris, who's on my program, she was connected, and someone else got connected. But basically, there was opportunities to do business together. Trish, well, I'm going to introduce everyone in the chat. So Trish, Trish has got a fashion business. In fact, you know what? Let's do this. Can everyone please put their business URL in the chat, or describe your business in the chat? That'd be fantastic. What is your business? What's the URL? And what are you looking for? I'm gonna have some water before I have some coffee. So, how has everyone's week been this week? It'd be good to know. Put it in the chat. Let me know how you've been getting on. What's worked? What's not worked? What have you found difficult? What's been fantastic? It'll be very, very good to know. I have Trish. I own a luxury South Asian bridal boutique in a wedding venue in Berkshire. My brand is Shirley London. Mad busy. Yes, Mr. Singh's back in the house. Mr. Singh's back in the house. Rav, should we talk about the most random collaboration opportunity yesterday? And for those of you that don't know, on Monday night we had the presenter of Saturday Morning Kitchen, Matt Tebbert, at our house in East London. It was just the craziest moment, because why is this guy who presents Saturday Morning Kitchen, the housewife's favorite, why is he in East London filming with us and our family? And it was so cool. He's such a lovely guy, just down to earth, had a laugh with us. We tried to get him drunk, but he wasn't on it. The camera guy was, though, to be fair. Preview reel out tonight. Oh, is it? Nice. Hems, good morning. Hems, good morning. I'm glad you're here, mate. Thank you very much for joining. Yeah, I was just asking everyone just to put their business details in the chat. I'm hoping we can make some more connections this week. Last week, we made some business connections, so I'm hoping there will be some more made this week and people can do business together, which would be great. I was just sharing the story that on Monday night, we had the presenter of Saturday Morning Kitchen at our house in East London. And it's all through Mr. Singh's. It's just this really weird, weird way of connecting with the world, and it opens new doors. It's amazing. But he was such a lovely guy. And interestingly, so check this out. Matt Tebbert presents Saturday Morning Kitchen, probably the most popular Saturday morning TV show for grown-ups who love food in the UK. And he is focusing on building his own personal brand and his own YouTube channel, because he feels like TV is going down. Like, the future of TV and how TV works is not the same as it used to be. So he himself is building his own personal brand, and it's something that I've started working on now. Hence, doing a YouTube live, like starting to put a bit more content out. I'm doing some like podcasts, because like personal branding and putting yourself out there and being presented as your authentic self seems to be the way that the world is going. And like, it builds trust, right? Ultimately, that's why people are going to buy from you. If they trust you, they'll buy from you, or connect with you, or listen to your recommendations and things like that. So yeah, just an interesting one. Last week we talked about partnerships and strategic partnerships to grow our businesses, and so last night we had a Zoom meeting. My brother and I had a Zoom meeting with Mr. Sings with I'll just say an old school music star from the 90s that's still quite big right now. He just recently sold out a 15,000 seat stadium in Toronto. And he is, he had a massive hit in the 90s, has continued to make music. He's like he's approaching 60 now, but still kind of very relevant. And he's launched his own like range of branded products. And yeah, hi Namita. Yeah, collaboration is the way forward. So check this out. He's got Rav. How many collective followers has he got and collective views has he got? Just put it in the chat. I don't know how many he's got, but it's a lot. McDonald's has just bought his music again. Disney's just bought his music again. But ultimately, he wants to do a collaboration with Mr. Sings, because he's now moved into turning his brand into products. And he's seen what we've done with Mr. Sings and the way that we present ourselves. And there's a lot of alignment with what he wants to do. So he's got over a billion views. Fucking hell, that's amazing. Jesus, he's got over 1 billion views, this guy. Over 100k social media followers, and just a highly engaged audience. And he wants to collab with Mr. Sings. And so for us, it's like a win-win situation, because we get to leverage his platform. Like, every time he's going to be on stage, he's going to be talking about the collaboration with Mr. Sings and the product that we're going to be creating together. Every time he's on a podcast, a TV show, on a radio, press, he's going to be pumping out the collaboration and talking about Mr. Sings. And likewise with us, because of the platform that we've got, we're going to push out the product and the story and everything else that we've got going on there. And so it's going to be a win-win for both of us, but then also for our audiences as well, because it means that our audience is getting something fresh, something new, and something interesting that just keeps that relationship going, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it as well. My dad, we're going to do another music video with my dad. We are most likely going to fly him up to Scotland to be in a recording studio. Yeah, the crisps are going to be so good. The flavor of those crisps is going to be chef's kiss fantastic. So yeah, that's the power of strategic partnerships. It's a genuine business strategy. So if you've never thought about it, it's definitely worth considering. It's something that we talk a lot about. So something that I did last week that was really quite powerful was, if you could put it in the chat, that would be very useful, because then I've got something to interact with as well. What is one business challenge that you have faced this week? What's your one business challenge that you have faced this week? It'd be good to know what it is and to see if we can work through it collectively, if I can help with it. But what has been the one business challenge that you've faced this week that's been a big challenge, and you might still be going through it? I'll share with, just whilst you type. I hope you type. Please participate, because it's the only way I know that you're there, and I know that you're with me. But the big challenge for us, I think, this week, for example, with Mr. Sings, has been, how do we now? So in the past, we've gone out and kind of raised money from investors, and we've had, money in the bank with funding and sales and things like that. But things, in order for us to scale and grow, we have to look at how do we fund things moving forward and change things in a completely different way. And so now we're looking at something that we never even thought of before, which is invoice financing, and I think it's called invoice factoring. I don't know. Basically, where you get an order and you try and get funding off the back of that order. And it's a really interesting concept, because if you've got an order, essentially that means that's money in the bank. You just have to fulfill the order. But sometimes you have to wait from a cash flow perspective to either you have to fund that up front and then you get paid afterwards, which can be quite challenging, and cash flow goes in and out each month. Or there is a way in which you can take that order that you've got and get funding on it, pay for that order up front. It might cost you a little bit, but it eases your cash flow challenges. So it's something that we've never done before, and we've been talking to a couple of big companies that want the product. So we're now trying to negotiate the biggest orders that we can on paper, and they're going to be caveated. But if we can get those orders, we'll, in theory, be able to take those orders to our investors or to some kind of financing place and get the funding for those orders to be able to fulfill them. And that eases cash flow and changes everything for the business. So something that we're working through, we've never done it before, and a challenge. Trish, oh, thank you very much, everyone getting in the chat. Thank you very much. So Trish, finding time to do everything. No, I need to outsource, but can't grow without all outsourcing. Can't outsource without growing. Ooh, this is a very good one. A very good one. So I come across this a lot, not only with myself, when I started to build my businesses and try and grow my business, but a lot of the businesses that I coach, overwhelm and time restraints, and being a one-man band is challenging. And so, yeah, absolutely, outsourcing. You can only grow with a team. That's the only way you can really build a business. You can build a good lifestyle business. That actually could be £1 million lifestyle business by yourself, but you have to be really, really good and dedicated to understand how you're going to run your systems and your procedures and your processes in your business. And so, yeah, you need an extra pair of hands, but I appreciate that costs money as well. And so, figuring out your cash flow, understanding the value of your time as well. So hypothetically, are you doing a £15 an hour task? Whereas if you go out and do the most valuable work in your business, maybe that's worth £500 an hour. And so if you think of it that way, the cost of your time as the business owner is quite expensive because you're the most valuable person in the business. So if you're doing admin work and things like that, then that's something that can be outsourced. And you don't necessarily have to hire someone full-time. You could find a part-time person. You've got agentic AI now, so you're going to have to invest time in learning how to use AI as an agent, but agentic AI will start to do some of that stuff for you. So for example, I was having a conversation yesterday with someone that's programming their own agentic AI to scrape their emails for anything that looks like an invoice or sounds like an invoice. The AI would then go away and create that invoice and send it out for that person, so they don't have to do that bookkeeping anymore, which is quite powerful. But it's definitely something that Trish, if you want to chat about, just drop me a voice note on it or a message on it, and I'll see how I can help you out. Biggest challenge at the moment is finding a venue. It's a struggle. So I'm coming in today, so I'll see you guys about this. But I actually know someone that sources venues. Bav, I don't know. I don't think he's in the chat right now. But Bav from Founders Club. Trish, you might know him. Weird story, or cool story. He used to be the sheriff of Bedfordshire, which I didn't know was a thing, but it's a thing. But anyway, his business is sourcing venues. So I will try and connect you guys when I come and see you later on, Gul. Rav, IT issue set you back 5 hours. Yeah. That was a good one. Normita, networking in London. You're from San Francisco and moved to London, SW1 from Florence. Oh wow, Florence is beautiful. That's my answer to your question. Would be grateful if you can help. So Normita, you're in SW1 for a year. Well, look, if you ever want to meet up, I'm at Shoreditch House every Wednesday, and we can connect there, and I'll see how I can help you. I don't know if you are a part of Founders Club or not, Normita. Let me know if you are or if you're not, because I think that'd be a great place to start. I'm a part of Founders. I'm a part of Founders Club. Trish, who's in the chat, is a part of Founders. Hems is a part of Founders as well. Normita, you're not. Okay, so I'm scared to leave the chat. Can Trish, if you're there, Hems, if you're there, would you mind just putting the link to Founders Club in the chat so Normita can have a look at it? Normita, I'm not entirely sure how we connected, but drop me a message And if you want to meet up, we can meet up, and I'll do what I can to help you and connect with you. What type of people do you want to meet with? What type of people do you want to connect with? That would be good to know as well. John, I will connect you to Gullies as well. Yeah. Link. Wrong link. Oh, yeah. John, when we speak afterwards, I will connect you to Gullies. Just about the architecture side of things for her nursery. Oh God, my doorbell's ringing. I think someone's here to answer the doorbell. Yeah, the link. Let me see if I can find it as well whilst I'm here without losing everyone again. Founders Club. I don't know what the link is. .com. No. Founders Club. And yeah, Normita, just let me know in the chat what type of, like, who do you want to meet with? Who do you want to network with? Networking's a bit weird as well, right? You're like in a room full of strangers and you have to try and make connections with them. Oh, there you go. I've put the link in the chat. I'll put a link in the chat. A great line, John. You probably heard me say this when we were at Quarterly Planning a couple of weeks ago. So a great line that I came across when at an event or networking is as follows. So normally, what happens when you're at a networking event is you'll meet people and you go, "Oh, hey, what's your name? And what do you do? What's your business?" And then that's it. You just get straight into what their name is, what they do. You don't actually get to know the person, and you're not very memorable. Which when I read this, I took quite personally. I was like, hey, I want to be memorable. But the guy was saying, ask this question instead, and it will make you instantly more memorable. So I'm going to test everyone and play the game with me, please, so that I know I'm not alone. I'm going to test all of you to answer this. I'm going to challenge all of you to answer this question in the chat. So, having just met you, what's something that I would never guess about you? That is a question. Having just met you, what's something that I would never guess about you? Put your answer in the chat. Let's see what you get. But that is a great question for if you're at a social event, networking event, because it will make you memorable and you will instantly remember the story about that person. So the next time you meet them, they'll be like, oh, wow, how did you remember that thing? Yeah. So having just met you, what's something that I would never guess about you? In the chat box, please. Oh, you know what? Let me take a picture of this. I'm going to put this on my stories. I meditate. Rav, you used that last week. You meditated for 131 days in a row. You have to add something new. Do me a favor, everyone. If you use Instagram, take a picture and tag me. Wait, I need a coffee cup. It's supposed to be an entrepreneur's coffee club, right? I'm like a Chinese tourist. Why do they always do this? I'm the founder of Rockstar Wellness Center. No, Normita, I need more than that. I need more than that. Something else. I'm the founder of Rockstar Wellness Center. I'm going to Google that as well. Rockstar Wellness Center. Great question, Trish. I've hang glid off a mountain onto a beach in Rio. No way! That's amazing. I love Rio. Rio is beautiful. You got to hang glide there. That's so cool. Actually, when I was in Rio, in the favelas at night, you could see the flares from machine guns. It was insane. All right, Trish, I love that one. Thank you very much for sharing. That's so cool. You got a fear of heights? Me too. I decided to do a bungee jump to face my fear of heights. It was so scary. Go on, Rav. I need another one from you. You can't use that one. You used that last week. What's something I would never guess about you having just met you? Share some more, please. All right, Normita, I'm going to Google your business. Rockstar Wellness Center. Rockstar Wellness center. John, massive star of Eurovision. No way. I love that. I love that. Have you seen what's the isn't there a film called Eurovision with what's his name? Um oh man, Trish, you love Eurovision as well. Who's the actor? What's his name? It's my dream to go and see it live. It's just so stupid. I love the film is great. Will Ferrell, that's it. Thank you. Will Ferrell, Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell. Sounds like we're having a Eurovision party. Listen, guys, my brother's he's just recently got into karaoke and he's feeling the Eurovision vibes of the conversation today. Hello, Starless. Hi, Starless. I don't know your name. Sorry, it's just coming up as Starless. What's your name? Thank you so much for joining. I hope you got a coffee. Tell us about. So I've just asked the group a question, and I'd love for you to answer the question. Having just met you, what's something that I would never guess about you? So far we've got hang gliding from 1,700 feet in Rio de Janeiro, going to WrestleMania, secretly loving Eurovision. Oh, I need more than eating an apple. We need more than that. You got your tea in a thermos. Nice. What else? What else? Nomita, let's hear about your journey because you're from San Francisco, but then lived in Florence and moved to London. Let's hear more about that. That'd be great. I'm getting thirsty. All right. So anyone who's considering doing this in the future, one thing I massively underestimated was how much energy it takes to do this. Yeah, but it's good fun though. Like for me, I enjoy doing this type of thing. So I'm hopeful that I get to continue doing it and people join me each week because yeah, it would be amazing to build a community of people that I can connect with, and then also connect each other with as well. That'd be amazing. Hems, you work for Lord Sugar? No way! Oh my, that's amazing. Hems, tell us about that. What do you mean you work for Lord Sugar? How did that come about? What did you do with him? Were you on The Apprentice, like working with him on The Apprentice? I lost 4 family members in 2 years and reinvented my life. Oh God, I'm sorry to hear that, Namita. That's insane. That is insane. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, Florence is a. If you're going to reinvent your life, Florence is a beautiful place to go and reinvent your life. It is stunning. The food is so good as well. And then you've got, you know, I think Florence is in Tuscany or near Tuscany, but we went to Tuscany and we visited Florence, and it was beautiful. Lucca. I've never been to Lucca. Sounds good though. So business challenges, business opportunities. Chief engineer at Viglin. I'm assuming that's Virgin. No, Viglin. Virgin's Richard Branson. So the building where they did the interviews. Oh wow. I had no idea. That's incredible. That is fantastic. All right, so look, how about this? What's one like I've never been outside of my house. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool outside. So like from a business perspective, what's been the best piece of business advice that you've ever received? That'd be useful to know. I'll actually write this down. What's been the best piece of business advice that you've ever received? The best piece of business advice that you've ever received. I will share first. Well, whilst you're thinking, oh, it's an IT company you owned. Best business piece of business advice that I ever received was that I am both the problem and the solution, which was mind blowing. If you want it, do it. Just do it. Don't be jealous of other success. Think about how they got there and how you can do it too. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. I, I don't have. Oh, it was an audiobook that I listened to. Um, it was a fantastic book. Like again, another game changer for me was called Who, Not How. And the premise of the book is oftentimes when we've got something we're trying to figure out a solution to, or we're trying to see how we can progress, we often ask ourselves, oh, how can I do this thing? How can I solve this problem? How can I do this? And the book says to actually start reframing that phrase and to start asking the question, who can help me solve this problem? Who's best suited to solve this problem? Who's the right person for this particular job? Because then all of a sudden you stop becoming so insular and about yourself, and you start expanding the horizons and the opportunities that are available to you. So like rather me, like in Mr. Singh's, when we're thinking of a challenge in our business, we ask ourselves that question, like who can um okay, if we want to hit, I don't know, a million bags of crisps sales in a year, who can we speak to make that happen? Instead of how can we make that happen, who can we speak to? So then you start answering that question. Oh, who can we speak to? Maybe we can speak to distributors and wholesalers and so on and so forth. Lohit, could I get advice from you for my business idea? Yeah, Lohit, of course, of course. Drop that in the chat. Drop your business idea in the chat, and let's get everyone to jump in and give some advice on the business idea. Goodies, don't let others stop you from building your dreams. They're not the ones who will make it happen for you. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Who instead of how? I like that. I'm glad. I'm glad, Trish. Appreciate that. Could I get advice from my business idea? Yeah, Lohit, drop that in the chat. Help out. Work hard in silence. Let success make the noise. Ooh, that is fantastic. Fantastic. I love that one, Hems. And you know, to be fair, I learned that the hard way, and it's so difficult for someone like me, like to learn to just don't say anything, just work, just let the work do the talking. I love that one. Work in silence. Succeed and work in silence. There's an element of contradictory thinking here for me as well, because you do obviously have to shout about your product, your service, and what you're doing from a marketing perspective. But in terms of the work that you do, working in silence is key. Sniper-esque. Yeah, I love that, Rav. What else? What else? Starless. The problem is I don't know what I want to do and how to overcome that. Well, you're in a lucky position because it means that you can try anything and fail. Literally, just try. It doesn't matter. Like, just try anything, and it might work. And if it doesn't, and you fail, that is fantastic because then you've learned something new. By not trying anything, you put yourself in a state of paralysis that never moves you forward. Like if the best analogy for this is if you look at a baby who's learning how to walk, they fall constantly as they learn how to walk, but then eventually they make progress. Lohit, my business idea is to bring a pickleball and paddle ecosystem to India. So I want to start a premium pickleball and paddle brand, which will make the rackets, balls, and also expand into a club. Let me know. It's a bloody fantastic idea. Paddle is massive here. I don't know about pickleball, but paddle here in the UK, huge. Like my barber in East London, that's all they talk about. That like you walk in there and it's a proper East End barber shop, and all they talk about is going to paddle. At 12 o'clock at night, they're booked out. The paddle is booked out everywhere. So it's a fantastic idea. And I feel like what you're asking is about actually making the equipment. Okay, you want to make the equipment, the rackets, balls, and whatever else goes into it. Again, a great shout. It's the what's it called? The picks and shovels strategy, right? In the 1800s in America, there was the gold rush, and thousands of people went to try and make their fortune digging for gold, but the real people that got rich were the people that sold the what they call the picks and the shovels, because everyone needs a pick, everyone needs a shovel, everyone needed a wheelbarrow to dig for gold. Some people struck it rich with the gold, some people didn't, but the people selling the product, the actual equipment, always got rich. So Lohit, that's exactly what you're talking about, right? You're making the picks and shovels for racquetball, pickleball. But if you can get into the venue space and turn it into like an automated business where people can book online, pay online, see themselves in, see themselves out, hire the equipment by themselves, mate, you're going to be printing money. Make sure you connect on like Instagram and obviously here on YouTube. Let me know how you get on with that. That's a great shout. Price range. I've got no idea about price range in, because it sounds like you're in India. So price range, I've got no idea. Obviously, research the marketplace, but think of it this way: if you try and go cheap, it's just a race to the bottom, right? It erodes your margins. It doesn't allow you to invest in your business. It doesn't allow you to invest in people. It's a race to the bottom. Cheap is very, very, very difficult to operate in. So you're better off going the other way around and just being the most expensive. Obviously, deliver the value to be the most expensive in the marketplace, but just be the most expensive, because that gives you deal with fewer clients, yes, but you're making more profits, and then it allows you to deliver the highest quality service. And people will always buy on value, right? If you can sell the value, yeah, brand positioning. If you can sell the value of your product, then like you're golden. Look, I've got an iPhone here, right, which is whatever it is, £1,000, and then I've got an Android. You could pick one of these up for like 50 quid. Now, why, apart from being like a brand slut, why am I paying £1,000 for an iPhone? Because the perceived quality is better. It feels good. It looks good. It's easy to use. So there's a great video that I've come across. Let me just share it with you before we go, because I didn't realize the time. It's almost half past. Start with why. I'm going to share this TED Talk, 18-minute TED Talk, which is a game changer. In fact, like if all of you guys watch it, I think it will help all of you. Um, Actually, make sure everyone that's on my coaching program watches this before they start the coaching program. It's part of the onboarding process. Okay, so I've just put the video link in the chat. Lohe, watch that video, the YouTube video. It will guide you. Anyone else who's interested in brand and selling on value. It's called Start With Why. It's a TED Talk by a guy called Simon Sinek. It's elite, so good. Marketing. What I would suggest, Lohe, is m9ex.ai. I've just put an assessment link in the chat as well. Fill that in. Any questions that you answer no to, just do that. That will help you start developing your marketing strategy. Lohit, what about reaching out to Dreams 11 in India to build a franchise, then utilizing empty cricket pitches to host paddle? Oof, Hems, that is a fantastic shout. Hems, maybe let's share your Instagram and Lohit can connect with you on Instagram or something. That'd be a fantastic way to go about it. Yeah, like empty spaces. Why try and reinvent the wheel? Yeah, that'd be fantastic. All right, everyone, we've got a couple of minutes left. You're tied into the Apple ecosystem. Yeah, that's true. I am tied into the Apple ecosystem. But I suppose I've been in it for so long. I love it. I find it, it's idiot proof, right? It's so easy to use, and it's all tied up into one place, and I suppose it's convenience as well that I'm paying for. It's so convenient, the transfer between devices, etc., etc. So you're willing to pay more for it, right? If you're not already, I'll share my Instagram in the chat. Please connect with me and say hello. Normita, I'm not sure if you're still here or not, but yeah, please drop me a message. It'll be great to connect and meet up in person if you're in London, right? SW1. So I'm in Shoreditch every week on a Wednesday, so we can meet up there. Trish, yeah, drop me your message as well. That'd be very cool. Yeah, Apple is the best. That's right, Normita. Team Apple. Team Apple for life. Share the links. Yeah, sure. Which links, Hems? Which links do you want me to share? The video? Google Pixel has the best camera. Yeah. Cooks have to go. Yeah, I'll catch you later, Gul. Absolutely. All right, Hems. Yeah, let me. Hems, should I just DM it to you on Insta or WhatsApp? Yeah, okay. I'll DM you the links, Hems. All right, nice one, everyone. Thank you so much for persevering with me at the beginning. I know I had the technical issues with the chat, but we're all good now. We're all golden, and I will hopefully see you next week. Thank you so much for joining me. Love.